Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a brand new... Hold on. There we go. Brand new Let's Play. Yes, we're doing Metal Gear Rising, and I'm actually playing this on the Xbox One. Why? Because I'm insane. Well, first of all, the game... Hold on, let me turn the volume just a bit. The game itself, unfortunately, is not available on... Hang on. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it hard. I don't really need the tutorial, but I guess just to show it off so I can talk a little bit more. Anyway, the game is unfortunately not on PlayStation 5 currently, which sucks a lot of dick and makes me angry. Yes, it's on PC, and yes, I can record on PC, but if I have it downloaded on PC, it's going to take up more room on my PC. And I kind of need as much room as I can possibly get for videos. And I've only got about like 60 gigs left, which I know, is probably enough, to be fair, to have both this and do videos, of course. But yeah, and then on top of that as well, I actually prefer recording with Elgato instead of OBS, because at least with Elgato I can just live com and cut out everything like in the beginning of the video if need be, which is what I'll basically be doing regardless. Something that people don't really, probably notice or maybe even know about in the first place. But with OBS, I don't know if you can technically edit inside OBS. I don't think so. But that's a bunch of technical crap that we don't need to talk about. Let me just say this. If this game was on PlayStation 5, which would be nice, then I would at least play it that way. But I'm playing on Xbox Xbox One because it's the closest thing I can have without going to PC. Not that I want to go against PC or anything like that. Like I said, I have my reasons for it. And no, they're not great reasons, but they're reasons nonetheless. So anyway, regardless, I'm going to be playing with an Xbox controller anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, also, I'm not doing it on PS3 because, well, lower quality. And on top of that, I can't really record my PS3 right now because for some reason my component cables are not working with it. And I have no idea as to why. Anyway, like I said, I already ruined the entire video just talking about shit that doesn't need to be talked about. Just keep in mind that I'm playing the way I'm playing just because it is how it is. And also, for those that might not know, I absolutely love Metal Gear Rising. And I mean, I love Metal Gear Rising. And any opportunity I get to play it again, I might as well, right? It's like with Resident Evil 4. You give me an opportunity to play it again, I probably will. And I just actually recently did, too. I recently also beat Resident Evil 4 on Xbox. I still have yet to beat it on a few other things that I have it on. But, for the most part, that's like three of those that I've done. Yeah, I know. I play a lot of RE4, to be fair. I don't know why they're telling me to parry again when they just showed me how to parry already. I don't get it. Also, if I remember correctly, I think if you do the tutorial mode, I think you get an achievement for it. Also, can't skip these cutscenes. I'm so used to skipping cutscenes. I'm just, it's ingrained in my brain to do it, and I'm not allowed to now because I have to at least show off the cutscenes in all their glory, which I will be talking over, by the way, so just bear that in mind. I have subtitles on, so for those that, want to read it or see it, there you go. Of course, you can just play the game yourself if you really want to get the full throttle experience of Metal Gear Rising, which is something to be experienced, by the way. I would recommend that if you're watching me play it, well, you might not get the full experience that I would like you to have, to be fair. Mainly, if you're watching me play it, you're either watching it because it's me, or you're watching it because you know that I like Metal Gear Rising a lot. And that's fair. And how much do I like Metal Gear Rising is something that just can't be stated very well. I've played this game for a long time. I've played it since it came out. Around the time it came out. I don't think I got it day one, but I got it around the time it came out. And I got pretty good at it. I got the Platinum Trophy for it on at least, you know, PlayStation 3. And I've beaten Revengeance mode a number of times, but then to be fair, talking about beating Revengeance mode doesn't really mean much anymore nowadays. But I did at least get the S ranks for Revengeance mode again on PC, and I did that over on Hardcore and Guides, which you can find that channel down below in the description. So if you want to go watch me do S ranks and basically just do Revengeance mode, there you go. Also, because this is a Platinum game, and because Platinum, you know, obviously has a lot of things that are very familiar with, like, you know, Devil May Cry and what have you. I'm not going to go into full detail explaining literally everything, but basically, because there's a lot of connections between Platinum Games and Capcom and Sega and all of them together, this game has the... well, of course, the ability to play on, you know, easy, normal, or hard. I could have put in the Konami code and got Revengeance mode right off the start, but we're not playing Revengeance mode for this Let's Play because I need my upgrades and stuff. I could probably do it without upgrades. I've tried to. I could probably do it. Might take a bit, but, you know. Just saying, for the sake of Let's Play's sake, I'll be playing on hard. And the thing is, what I wanted to say is, like, because this is a Platinum game, since, you know, they're pretty closely connected with, like, Devil May Cry and what have you. I'm turning that down. New Game Plus works in a way where you keep all your upgrades from the previous difficulty and then you move on to the next one. So right now, I mean, I have the option to play on hard because why not? Because I'll probably end up doing that for Vanquish anyway, so spoiler alert for people that are interested in watching me do Vanquish pretty soon, because that was one of the other games that won the poll that I took, which this was a poll thing I did. Anyway, me playing on hard, not a huge detriment or anything like that, so don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying that, like, if you're going to play these games, you should at least play them on normal first. So that way you can get, you know, your upgrades. You can get, you can unlock stuff with your money, and then you can move on to hard or very hard and all that, and yada, 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 unlock new difficulties and so forth and so forth. So that's how these games typically work, and that's how I normally play them anyway. What's nice, though, is you can technically, I believe, yeah, start on Revengeance mode without upgrades if you just put in the Konami code for it. I'm pretty sure that's a thing you can do. Also, yes, I know that this game is tied to yet another big-named franchise out there, known as Metal Gear Solid. And I know I've not done any of the Metal Gear Solids yet on this channel. I was wanting to do the first game at one point, but never got around to doing it. For reasons, I don't remember why. I think it just wasn't good enough at the time to do it, and I also just fucked up, so that didn't help. But Metal Gear Rising is different enough from Metal Gear Solid to where I think it's okay for me to do it as a separate entity of its own, and just because, you know, I like the game so damn much, I might as well just do it anyway. Also, real quick, just to talk back on the topic, I made a poll that said, like, you know, which one would you guys like to see? You know, shooter game, hack and slash game, Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, stuff like that. Check this out. Okay, well, that was pretty bad of me. I was trying to go for, like, all three at the same time, like I do on Revengeance mode, but that didn't work, so, oh well, oopsies. If you hear my clicking, I do apologize. I have a bad habit of just mashing buttons anyway. I just wonder there's something back here, but I guess not. I don't think this first part counts toward your S rank, though. I'm not going for S rank, but as far as I remember, I don't think this part entirely counts toward S rank. So to be fair, there's really no reason to no damage that if I was to do it. Yeah, this entire first part, as far as I know, doesn't count toward anything. You can just run past all these guys if you really wanted just to continue on. But just for the sake of just getting some combat in, I might as well. But anyway, so yeah, the poll was decided between hack and slash and shooter. And both technically got like 50% votes. So I just said, alright, you know what? I'll just do both at the same time. And then I decided, you know what? I'll just do Metal Gear Rising and Vanquish together because both are great games and I love Platinum games. I love Platinum games and what have you. And to an extent, I also like Clover's games too. Not all of them, but, you know, there's a few in there that I really, really enjoy. I guess I should say by few, I mean, it's mostly God Hand, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not a big Beautiful Joe guy, and I'm not really a big Okami guy either. And when it comes to Platinum games, like, it's mostly Metal Gear Rising, Transformers Devastation, to an extent, Mad World, Bayonetta, Vanquish. I'm trying to think, I could have sworn there's, like, at least a few more in there that I really like playing a lot of. Now, also, I could have done this co-op, because in all fairness, you know, my friend has never played this game himself, unfortunately. And on top of that, my brother also likes this game, too, a lot. And so it would have potentially been perfect for us to do it that way. But for the sake of doing it and getting it done before I take my inevitable break that I wish to take in December, it'd be best if I just did it solo. And besides, it's not really a long game anyway, so we'll be done before you know it. Now, I will admit that it's been a bit since I've not only just done a Let's Play, but I've also played Metal Gear Rising, so I might funk up on some of the controls. At least with Metal Gear Ray, I should be able to possibly just S-rank Metal Gear Ray just fine. That's another thing, too, I will go ahead and say right now. This is not an S-rank Let's Play by any means. I'm not going to be going for everything. This is not 100%. None of that. This is mostly just focused on going through, beating the game, and I guess watching the cutscenes whenever I remember to watch the cutscenes. You know what's funny is Sundowner, like, a lot of these bosses have, like, you know, a lot of these villains have a lot of character when it comes to the cutscenes, of course. That's where a lot of their characterization comes from. But I'm so used to just playing the game and just skipping cutscenes and stuff so much that I've gotten so used to Sundowner just kind of existing and then disappearing for a while and then coming back and kicking his ass. Alright, so Metal Gear Ray. If I remember correctly, it's been a while. Metal Gear Ray wasn't 2, right? For MGS2? I think that's where it came from. Or was there 1 and 1? I don't remember. It's been a while since I've played either of them, to be fair. It's been a bit. Anyway, so Metal Gear Ray, all you gotta do is just run up here and chop them up. If you see the big old laser coming, just dodge to the left or right. You can hang on to one foot if you wanted to. You don't have to just, you know, go to the other foot. But if you do attack one, also these drop paste. Yeah, you can also parry that, which is just, you know, forward and up. I think I might need to invert my controls, actually. Anyway, yeah, you can focus on one foot, and every once in a while he might do a stomp attack, which you could just parry that, and then, well, basically just block it. You don't need to parry it. If you want to take out the turrets, you have to go to, like, I think that side. Or if, you know, something like this will happen, where sometimes you might get, like, a block. Well, I'm trying to, like, bait out. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you'll get, like, a nice parry, and then Raiden will just go straight for, well, you know, the attack. Come on. Yeah, you can just keep flicking it. Yeah, something's... Hold on, something's up with these fucking controls that's bothering me. No. Let's try invert on everything and see if that works better for me. I don't know. I have a certain way I play this game, and right now, my way of playing is all kind of fucked up, so... Alright. And that's pretty much just Metal Gear Ray. All I gotta do right now is just run toward him, dodge the laser. He should only get one laser shot off. If he gets two, then that's a clear cut case of... Hold on. There you go. But yeah, if he gets like two lasers off, then that's a pretty good sign that like you were taking too long to get there. I mean, you could still make it past the second one just fine, no big deal, but still. If you want to skip through the results screen, just hit B or circle or whatever you're playing on. God, I kind of wish this game would fucking come to PlayStation 5 and just for the hell of it, so I can buy it again for Switch. Also, sorry, I should apologize ahead of time that I got super buttfuck sick last week and I was unable to do really anything. Like, it was so bad I couldn't eat. Like, I physically couldn't eat. It hurt so bad. So I was kind of out of commission for doing pretty much just anything. And also, there's nothing over here, by the way. I've checked, like, I think a dozen times. There's just nothing. So there you go. If you were curious ever of, like, what the hell's back that way. Oh, there you go. Also, thank God for Ninja Run because it makes everything easy. And all I gotta do is just run and basically skip through everything. But yeah, if I end up accidentally coughing, or even, you know, God forbid, taking a sip of something while I'm recording, then that's pretty much why, because I still have, like, just a slight bit of, not really, like, sick, but just, you know, the aftermath results, I guess you could say. Also for this is the laser. You're going to want to jump over and just hit light attack a few times. Easy enough. And then just follow up with, like, you know, big old heavy strikes. That's going to be a parry. So, get some massive damage off. I think, like, a good chunk. This part right here, just hold LT or, you know, hold blade mode and just stand right here and just cut through. Just keep mashing that cut button and you'll be alright. In theory, he shouldn't be able to hit you. And if you do enough damage over time, eventually Raiden will go into blade mode and then just get a nice chop in. So funny enough, like this game, I'm so glad that it was... I'm so glad that Platinum took on the helm for this game because I honestly feel like no one else could do something this fucking amazing. The music's great, the combat's great, you know, everything about it is just pure bliss. And absolutely one of... I don't know if I would say it's probably the... I don't know if I would say it's the best Platinum game. I mean, maybe. I mean, as great as Bayonetta really is, Metal Gear Rising just has it in spades, you know? It just... Well, it's not... Okay, Bayonetta has content and Bayonetta has length. But Metal Gear Rising, you know, because it's short and super replayable, it's just such a blast to go through every time. It makes it easier. Whereas with Bayonetta, like, you're playing... Like, Bayonetta is the Platinum game. Like, there's just no denying it. But Metal Gear Rising, though... Oh, shit, I took damage there. Oh, well. It's a Let's Play. It's fine. Who cares? You can still get an S rank even with damage. It depends on how well you do. In other regards. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that other guard would be, like, time. Also, by the way, you can cut off Metal Gear Ray's tail. Before this. Funny enough. During his... Yeah, I still got an S rank anyway. During his normal, like, his first phase fight... And... Okay, that's not the end of the chapter yet, I forgot. During his... Like, when you're fighting him, you know... In the first phase... If you run behind him, he'll have a chance to try to attack you with his tail, and then you could just parry that and then cut off his tail. You get an achievement for it, too. By the way. Which, I will probably end up getting achievements for this game that will pop up, because this is my first time playing on the actual console for Xbox itself. So, just letting you guys know, if you see anything pop up, that's why. I've played this game dear to death, so just not on every goddamn platform yet. I wouldn't mind having this also physically on Xbox 360 as well, to be fair. As far as I know, this is the 360 game just upscaled because Xbox One backwards. I don't know how great the upscaling is. I mean, it looks fine to me. And to be fair, like, I'm playing on a better controller than I would have been playing on the PS3 because that thing is kind of stinky. Also, I think those crates might have items in them. That's another thing too. If you're missing like, or if you're struggling to get S ranks in certain spots of the game, then chances are you might just be missing BP. So just regular old points. Yeah, sorry, this Let's Play is probably going to end up being more focused on talking about the intricacies of Revengeance mode and stuff. Also, goddamn, that would fucking sting. I'm not sure if the president himself is cybernetic or not. I would assume so. I don't remember. Damn, Sam.
Mind if I got in?
Dick.
All we're saying. Give war a chance. No.
Damn. That's brutal. I forgot, this was MGS4 Raiden, so he's got that non-super cybernetic look that he gets in the main game, which I prefer. I prefer his newer look that we'll get soon. I guess while all this combat's gonna happen, I could explain what makes Revengeance mode so unique. I also love this theme. I mean, it's Jetstream Sam's theme, but... Give me a minute, I'm trying to remember what it was exactly called. I'm trying to remember the exact name. I'm already forgetting shit. Come on, back down here, dickhead. Funny you say that, but yet you're the one that jumped up there, like a coward. Come on, Sam, I fought you like 1,000,000 times. I wonder, I'm pretty sure you can parry him in this fight, but anyway, Revengeance mode adds a thing where, I mean, in all technicality, you could argue it's probably like a bit of a gimmick mode, but it adds the ability for your parries to do like just a ton of damage. Because your parry is based on the enemy's damage itself, so whenever the enemy does like a ton of damage, or will do a lot of damage toward you. Wow, there you go. There's a Chiba Ball right there. So when the enemy is going to do a lot of damage to you, and you are to parry that damage back, which by the way, whenever Sam does that, he's going for a counter. You can't really die here, by the way. Just play the game normally. It's fine. If you get down to 0.1%, it's fine. I've already S-ranked the entire chapter at this point. Because it's those two Metal Gear Ray fights that are S-ranks, for those that are wondering. Anyway, so... Yeah, the damage that they're going to do to you would come back to them, essentially. And it just fucking melts Sam. Which is why, in Sam's fight... Well, spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, it's an old enough game. It's like 11 years old by now. In his actual fight, his actual chapter that he gets by himself, he gets his own full fucking file. File R-06. What you have to do in that fight is you have to either get him to spawn rocks by, you know, hitting the ground and throwing them at you, and then cutting them up in blade mode, or going around and finding, like, health packs and electrolyte packs and what have you. So that way you can get the extra BP, because Sam himself, if you go for a pure parry, it's not going to work. It's not going to give you the S rank. Even if you did no damage, it won't be enough. Which is why certain chapters in this game kind of suck dick when it comes to that type of stuff. I mean, it's still a great, great, great game. But it is quite annoying whenever you're trying to get that ever so fabled S rank on Revengeance mode, and then you just can't get it because the game told you no. And speaking of being told no, by the way, the gun sheath is still one of the coolest fucking sheaths. Like, Sam's weapon is pretty damn badass. Yeah, and this part, basically, it's just God of War 2. I don't think it matters how much you swing at him. You can just stand here and let the game kind of do its thing, and you'll eventually just go through it. I don't think attacking him is going to make it go any faster. Oh, well, I mean, maybe it depends on the difficulty mode, too, because that one by a lot quicker than it usually does. Which, by the way, final boss shit. Whew. That's another tough one. But we'll see when we get there, won't we?
Lucky devil.
Into the line. You know, like I said before, I always tend to skip the cutscenes. I haven't seen these in so long. It's just funny seeing Boris actually out and about in combat. That's just not something that he normally does, ever. Also, seeing that little helicopter thing just reminds me of Skydeck from Sonic Adventure. Those little cranes that you grab onto. And man, I just fucking love Sonic Adventure. I know that's got nothing to do with what's going on right now, but holy fuck. Damn, Sam. The one that got away. Don't worry, we're a shonen anime protagonist. And he's our gay lover rival. We'll definitely meet again pretty soon. You can't have an anime shonen situation without it, so. Alright, there you go. First chapter, guard duty, finished. And then after every chapter, every file, you'll gain some BP, depending on how well you do. Zandatsus are not a thing yet. Combo is not a thing yet. So, nothing to really worry about. Not until this chapter. And by the way, I don't remember dead offhand the name of the chapters, by the way. So, yeah. Oh, something else I should mention too, real quick. I might, maybe, possibly skip through the codex. I don't know yet. We'll see how I feel. I mean, I might leave the codex going, but I won't be listening to a lot of the codex stuff. Okay, so for those that are looking for like all the secret codex and what have you, nah. This Let's Play is strictly for showing off cutscenes and just playing the game. So if you're not here for that, once again, there's plenty of other places you can go. And to be fair, my commentary might eat shit because of it, because I'm so used to just how this game, or how I normally play this game. Also, there is one cybernetic enhancement that Raiden definitely got. He definitely got a hell of a dumpy upgrade. No doubt about it. They put the whole fucking bakery in the back there. Oh yeah, that's another thing too.
Combat data stored on holographic memory.
Like Doctor is basically explaining here, certain enemies will have
I am authorized.
little data chips inside their left hand. And that's, again, I'm not going for everything. I'm not going to collect everything on this playthrough just because, well, I don't know where everything's at. And two,
I would have a Nobel Prize on my shelf.
the chance of losing out on an arm is quite high. Now, granted, if I remember correctly, I think in New Game Plus, I mean, you can always just go back to a chapter and get them anyway, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, no, I'm probably wrong, but I think in New Game Plus, they make it to where you can just re-get them, and then that can count. I don't know.
Objectives, of course, are enter Abkhazia, neutralize the terrorists, and restore the rightful government, or what's left of it anyway. The president and most of the cabinet
I forgot her name, but I remember Kevin. Yeah, you would think I'd play... Courtney. I don't know why I was blanking on that fucking name for. Yeah, Courtney is your save system, and Kevin is your... Well, I don't remember exactly what he's supposed to be. Because I think Boris might be mission objective. Kevin might be weapons expert, maybe? I don't remember. Whenever I go to save my game, I'll probably just end up skipping the codex. Just to get on with it. Look, I know it's a Metal Gear game, and codec is like the big thing about it. But like I said, I'm here to play the game. I have nothing wrong with codecs existing, and I'm fine with them in Metal Gear Solid and what have you. I just want to play my Metal Gear Rising. I've done the codec stuff before. Once. I'm good. It's still a cool aspect of Metal Gear, of course. Which I have a deep respect for Metal Gear Solid. I think it's, you know, a pretty damn amazing franchise. They do a lot of cool stuff. It's a jack of all trades type game. Where when you look at it, it's like it's a stealth game, but it's still much more than that. And to be fair, even with Metal Gear Rising, like even then, they still kind of give you stealth. I mean, it's not perfect. Well, it's not the stealth that I'm sure most people want to see, but it works out for what it's worth. Alrighty. And now we have a codec to go through. You thought we were done with the cutscenes, but not yet. Wait a minute. I could have sworn that... Oh, I gotta get used to inverted controls again, because it's been a small bit. Just to show some things off real quick, I could have sworn that there was some stuff out here that we can go touch. Also, up on the D-pad will cause you to go into, like, your AR. Yeah, I could have sworn there was, like, a cat or something that you can go find, and there might have been, like, an item we can go pick up. I don't know, I'm just wasting time at this point. So, might as well just head up onto the next fight here. I could have sworn there was a codec conversation in the beginning of this part, but... Oh well. Alright, these are the basic mooks of the game. Nothing too special. If you wait just right there, you can go into Zandatsu. If you do a perfect parry, the game will give you the option of doing, like, you know, Y plus B. Which basically just means that, yeah, like I'm going into Zandatsu. It's a free one. You can also just go into Blade Mode to do it that way. And whenever you use Blade Mode, it does, you know, decrease your fuel, which is below my health. That little small... Well, naturally it would be blue, because it'd be full. But since I used, you know, half of it, it's not full. And even though there is a 100% number above my health bar, you still technically have a health... Like an actual physical health bar you can see. Okay, first of all, that's bullshit. I cut them in half. These guys are not that. And I almost did a pretty damn good job too. I could have gotten all three of them in one go. If I played my cards right. I'll show off what the QuickTime event does later.
They still don't even count PMC.
Oh, that's another thing. Courtney's little quirk is that she's clumsy.
A new edge on the market. We got it.
Because it's, you know, it's Metal Gear. Everybody's got to have, like, some type of quirk to them.
By another name, only all muscled up and less predictable.
But it makes you wonder, where'd Desperado find these guys?
I'm not complaining. They're like walking vending machines.
Pretty much.
Right. Vending machines full of blood.
Yeah, whenever you,
Easy there, Dracula. Like I said,
you know,
they're still people.
People who terrorize and take innocent
whenever you get a Zandatsu, you just basically get all your fuel back.
sowed their faith.
So you can go back into blade mode. If you don't have full
I'm just the
If you don't have full fuel, then blade mode basically won't fully activate for Zandatsus. I don't know. I don't need to explain all this, do I? Sorry. My throat's getting itchy. Maybe I need some cybernetic enhancements, especially for, you know, down there. Let's see. If you want to make it pop up quick for your ranking, you hit A. Or X, depending on the console you're playing on. Or B if you're playing on Switch.
This is Boris. Give me your status.
looks clear. No one inside.
And if you want to skip to these, you have to hold, you know, Y or triangle.
You will take. As I said, the enemy
How about,
you is in the
no. How about I know what I'm fucking doing and let me go do that.
satellite photography.
Also, you can see on the back of my sheath right here, on my blade, that
So I go through
it'll show like how much fuel I have. Technically, kind of.
to the rear of the refinery.
There's other ways to get full fuel besides Zandatsus. Just attacking enemies does it. Every once in a while you can find a thing that'll actually just be like an item that you can pick up that'll give it to you. You can of course use like these, like, you know, repairs. That's just for health though, but still. Alrighty. Yeah, get used to that. Oh yeah, that's just straight up BP. You're gonna need that if you want to get like new moves. And I'll show off, like, I can show it off right now actually. If you're wondering where your move list is, you have to go to help. I know, it's the stupidest fucking thing ever. Let's say we have just, you know, regular light attack, and then you have, you know, pause during it. Don't actually pause the game though. I used to think that as a kid. Not for this game, but for like Devil May Cry, because I played Devil May Cry first. But this is what that is. You see, this is that's your 2 swipe. All right, first stealth kill. But before that,
Corridor, I see. Try to flank them or approach from behind.
before we go for a stealth kill, which you can go above or behind, which I usually just do this. I want that repair paste. Usually whenever you get a stealth, you'll immediately get like full blade mode. And then you can just go get that Zandatsu and then just basically make sure you have it in full. Now, you can come up behind them and press B behind an enemy, or you can do what I did there where you just jump on top of them and get the kill that way. Alright, so we have a hostage situation.
Where the enemy is located. Your body
Right there. So how the fuck are we going to be able to do that? How are we going to go save this guy? And by the way, I'm probably not going to be able to save everybody because I suck. I'll show you my route that I take. We'll equip sub weapons later. I'd say just for now, I'm just going to focus on mainly just combat. Be careful about running too, because like, you know, if you run too fast, you can get caught. By the way, you don't need to Zandatsu everybody. Like, if you want to have full blade mode, you can easily just stealth kill and then drop the guy. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. You just do this. Like, he's already dead, and I still get to keep my stuff. And just in case, I'm going to get like an idea of where these guys are at. And conceptually, you want to take out like both at the same time. Or you can do this. There you go. And I might as well just get the free Zandatsu kill. Alright, perfect. And usually if you get a stealth kill, you don't actually kill them. There's not really the chance, but it just happens anyway. But there's they'll usually drop BP, which I did forget some up there, I know. So I'll probably head back up and grab that from the guys that I missed. Let's not go that way just yet. Kind of want to save a few things. I don't think the BP disappeared just yet. I guess it probably did. Oh well. Was there anything over this way? Just checking for items. Yes, I'm wasting time, but... oh well, it's fine. Alright, let's just run straight in the middle because it doesn't really matter. There's no stealthing this section. Some areas can technically be stealthed pretty well. Alright, so, this is the gecko. Pro tip with geckos. Just run, let him try to charge into you, and start blocking. Okay, well that didn't work out exactly as planned. For these guys, by the way, you can just go straight into blade mode and kill them that way. You don't have to actually go for parries or anything. Alright, so yeah, again, pro tip with geckos, especially for fighting on harder difficulty, run away and let them kind of like chase you down. Also, these two will spawn, and if you're on harder difficulty, they'll be armored enemies. And yes, you can also attack while running. If you can get a parry off on the gecko, which is very hard to do, well, it's certainly not as easy to do as one might think. Also, that's an unblockable grab. I kind of want to start over. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start the fuck over because I wanted to show something off. Yes, S rank, but I want to show off too. So, the pro tip I had that I was trying to explain was simply this. If you're far enough away, the gecko will charge. God damn it. I got shot. Look, if I can get the opportunity to get it, I'm going for it. But it's a let's play, Alex. I know. I know what it is. Yeah, just start running. Because you don't want to get shot by, like, all that shit. Here's another fun little thing you can do. God damn it. Alright, fine. You can go slide, and then you could just get these. By the way, if you kill these two guys off, the next set of group of guys will show up. So, you know, watch your ass. Alright, I wanted to show off, like, if a gecko charges at you. But I could not get that to happen for the life of me. And that's a grab. It does no damage, though, by the way, but it does... No, I don't think it even gets rid of fuel cells, either. It's just a thing to kind of just hit him and get more damage going. By the way, whenever you're locked on, you can just use the stick, the right stick, to re-lock on to somebody else. And by the way, no, blade mode does not work on these guys by itself. You need to at least activate the execution or get a stealth kill, which, you know, we'll have the opportunity in just a second to get that. But first, up here, let me cut this open real quick. Since we're on hard mode, there shouldn't be too many enemies around, I don't think. Because above hard mode, there is also very hard. By the way, these things have to be open with blade mode. You don't need, like, full fuel for that to work. You just need to be in blade mode. So, just regular old LT. And those things typically hide good stuff. Actually, before we do this, I think I'll leave this for next time. Because it's kind of a bit messy. So, yeah, I'll leave this next section for later. And plus, I gotta clear my throat and everything, man. It's hurting. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time when we play some more Metal Gear Rising. And of course, as always, take care, everybody.